Okay, Kaz and slash Brad will be joining us in a few minutes, but I want to get started because this is going to take a while. And things are happening. So, last week was Rio's final contest in the festival, year end festival, where he proceeded to beat the other guys really easy. Uh, Probably for various reasons, but one reason's probably means I can never understand how contests seem to work for some reason. Uh,
Yeah,
but
'cause-
uh, during the contest that Rio was doing, Buster and Brad were over in the stadium uh, and were uh, going through and finishing up the preliminaries to gain a chance to go into the actual tournament against like trainers who have in the been done the island badges and all that other stuff already. Uh, Buster won and was sitting in the audience waiting for Brad to finish his. His is taking a little bit longer than Buster's was, and then Buster's felt a stare on him and saw a familiar face, which I now have finally a thing for him. So let me put that down onto the thing. This is he's a little older than this. This was just the best way I could describe him and how he looks. This is the best one I could find, but he looks generally like that.
okay.
Uh, and he exited the stadium, and Buster sent off a message to Brad and Rio, who didn't have their Pokedexes on it, but Brad did see Buster get up and leave all of a sudden. And Buster followed him into an alleyway where he tried to phone Dante and it failed. Uh, and then got a call from said guy who constantly was trying to taunt him the whole way, and Buster said literally nothing and just ignored him.
He was just giving me information for free. Why would I say anything?
Uh, and Buster turned around to head back to the stadium, which by this point, Buster, unless you run, it'll probably take you 10 minutes to get back to the stadium.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, what
However,
okay, so what exactly is going on right now? Because like I guess my more immediate concern is gonna be like, are there people in danger here?
you're nowhere. There's no one even anywhere near you, Buster. You're in an alleyway in the middle of like the let's say the southern side of the city.
Okay.
Um, which, speaking of, when Rio finished his last performance and Brad was about to go and win his fight, uh, all of Neutrella started to shake as if an earthquake, and Buster, being the only one outside, is able to see that the sky suddenly turned uh, just pitch black with not really good looking clouds overhead. And since I didn't ask for this last time, Buster, as you see those clouds, give me a history check to remember things.
Okay.
Technically, actually, you'd be the only one who'd be able to make this check too. Now that I think about it. Excellent. I'm just gonna do some fixes here. Uh, you look up at the sky and you recognize this guy. You remember this guy when you were way before you were even a gym leader. When you were just like a teenager. The sky suddenly turning black like this means that something that happens in divisional history where the weather is at its worst in all four of the zones of the island,
Mm-hmm.
which causes Neutrella to go through a sometimes sometimes it can be it was didn't happen the last time when you were there, but it causes the sky to go black and an earthquake starts happening,
Mm-hmm.
which right now it's happening a little bit from where you are. Brad is might be having a little bit worse of it as there's holes appearing on the stadium field. Um, Rio, as you're finishing you start feeling the building shake. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, what? Let's start with Buster. What do you do as you see this and remember this? You remember since it's happened before you that Neutrella and uh, the big Neutrella specifically because right now the other places are just having extremely bad weather, but Neutrella has put into place shelters that are more stable than the rest of like the buildings to, you know, stop in case this thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um, and on your phone, Buster, because he's still calling you, but it is now becoming a little bit more choppier and harder to hear, uh, probably because of what's happening right now. And it says, well, that happening than I anticipated. Like his voice is cutting out every other word.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Okay.
messed for too long. And then you can hear his voice both coming from because getting a little clearer now, but you can also hear it from his phone, but you can also hear it from somewhere around you as well. Please make
Okay.
a
Yeah.
perception check to see if you
Yeah.
can
So he
spot
wants
him.
to fight. Okay. Great.
Uh, you you spot him up on top of one of the taller buildings or houses rather. He's all the houses are all flat tops. They're
Okay.
not curved at all. Uh, and he's just looking down at you in the alleyway. And he hangs up the phone. It's like, sorry, but timeline's been moved up. I can't deal with you anymore. Too bad. I like messing with you.
How far away is he?
He is. I'm guessing you're gonna attempt to shoot an aura sphere at him.
Not necessarily. I just
Uh,
want to know.
he's how tall will this building be in this alleyway? Probably, if he's at the top of the building, he's probably at least mm, 8 above you.
Okay. Okay.
Says, um, as much as I would like to stick around, I have other things that I need to do. But don't worry, I won't leave you here by yourself. I'll leave someone to distract you. And he's like, "Isn't that right?" And he looks down to where the alley goes out into like the street, and a shadowed figure starts walking towards you. Buster, he will be running away after some things are happening. So, are you gonna stop him from running away when he
Oh, I
does?
mean, yeah, obviously.
Okay,
I'm gonna give him a death
what does he
glare.
need to roll for that?
Does that
That
work
is
on
what I am
people?
figuring out. Pokemon or trainer, yes.
Wow, that's wild.
Um, um, okay. Um, he has to roll a d20 and add either his speed modifier or half of the speed skill he is using.
Uh, I don't think any of his trainers. What trainer classes affect speed, if at all? I don't think he's.
Um,
Like
And
the capture specialist.
Yeah, the capture specialist subclasses are the speed-based ones. That's about
Okay.
it.
So it'll just be his.
Snagger could be appropriate if he's that kind of thief.
He is not, unfortunately. I don't think any of his stuff that he would have would be able to succeeding running away. So I'm gonna make just a rule in the background for right now, and I'll let you know what happens. What does he have to beat?
15.
Okay, not a terribly high DC.
Okay.
If he succeeds, my Pokemon and myself will get +4 move speed.
So you can freaking sprint after him.
Yep.
Okay. We'll see if you do. We'll come back to you in a second because there's things I have to do first. We'll see if he has succeeded or not. Even though the stream can clearly see it because I can't hide GM roles to myself. Rio, as the shaking is happening, you can feel it in the contest hall. Leslie is looking around as well, and I can't give you a roll for you to what's been happening because the last one didn't happen when you were. Well, actually, you know what? I'll let you do a history check, but it will be way harder than what it would have been for Buster.
Sure. I am trained in history. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
That actually might. I think they might make that good enough. We'll see here in just a second. You won't know what exactly is happening, but you know for a fact, Rio, that earthquakes aren't really a thing that ever happened in Neutrella.
Yep, I have lived here my whole life.
So you don't know what the cause of it is, but you definitely know you've never heard of an earthquake ever happening in Neutrella. So Leslie actually is good. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have Leslie roll one too because she's okay. She's a little bit less in the dark, but as a gym leader, she has more information than you do. So she thinks she knows what's happening, and pulls out her phone that's not a Pokedex, because she can, and starts trying to call people, and you can see that nothing is getting through, and everybody's freaking out. And Wallace and Lissy are trying to calm the crowd down, and Leslie just finally, after a little bit, gets up on stage with a microphone, and he's like, "Can I just quickly have a raise of hands? Who here is not from Divisional?" And then a few people in the crowd, everybody in the crowd, just start raising their hand. It's like, okay, something is happening on this island that hasn't happened in quite a while. Not even before I was even born, in fact. But I was told as a gym leader. Everyone, please, in an orderly fashion, if you can, follow people to the shelters outside of the contest hall, safely and calmly, please. And people get up and start being ushered out. There's a few seconds where it's a little bit chaos, but it's reined in by some of the staff. And yeah, so that's happening. The three other contestants actually head to the back room to grab their stuff because you don't have your bag on you or anything, so they have to go back and grab that, and they're probably gonna end up leaving as well. So what do you do, Rio? As you're just kind of sitting on the center stage, she kind of turns back to you. He's like, "Sorry, you kind of were winning this, but this is kind of
Yeah,
not."
Rio's like, there's a freaking earthquake. I'm not that worried about it.
Yes,
Okay.
I have to go. I have to try and contact the other gym leaders to let them know what's going on. I need to head to the rangers and get them to try and contact them, see what the heck is going on. Then she knows obviously that you've been talking to the gym leaders, probably friends with a couple of them. So she runs off, and you're left alone on the stage, and people are filtering out the uh, of the uh, of the contest hall. Before you go and decide you want to do anything, uh, I need you to make me a perception check.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that real quick?
Make a perception check, please.
Still not trained in perception. That's a 9.
All right. You don't notice. So what do you do? Currently, all your other Pokemon and stuff are in the back room before you start to leave, just to go out. I don't want you to just decide you're going out and then I just say, "Oh, you don't have your Pokemon on you,"
Um,
because I believe Lancelot
sorry.
was the one that you used for the
Yeah,
contest.
Lancelot was the performer there for sure. Um, I don't have any problem with him being the one that's out.
All right. Uh, as you, I assume you would go back and grab your other Pokemon, but as you go
I
back,
mean, I imagine I have their Pokeballs on me. I don't have any reason to leave them.
mhm, as you go back to the back room to gather your just your clothes, your probably your general clothes that you normally would wear, or your bag full of all your items and stuff, you notice that the three other doors rather for the other three contestants' rooms are still open.
Stealth check, you said?
If you want to stealth past them, you can. I didn't say you had to do anything. I just
Sorry.
that's just what you saw.
No, that's all right. I freaking let's see. I mean, the contest hall was obviously indoors.
Yeah.
How safe is the building looking? Like, what's the stability of these walls?
Uh, it doesn't look like this whatever is happening has affected the building just yet, but the way that you understand how she explained it, that this place won't completely be stable. So the shelters are just in case of things
Sure.
happening. Uh,
Okay.
as you walk to go into your room, make me another perception check.
Dokes. Yeah, 15's not bad.
Um, unfortunately, Rio, it is not good enough. Uh, I need you to make me a an opposed strength check as someone comes out of one of the rooms and just tries to grab you.
Post strength check?
Yeah.
Ooh. Or attack, but yeah. Okay. Or is strength even a skill? Nope, just attack. Okay. 15 again.
1 second. I have to see what this guy's strength is. Uh, he he should definitely have that. How much is that added to if they have it as a skill? Because this guy should definitely have that as a
Strength
skill.
isn't a skill. Oh, strength is a skill. Sorry, it's +2 or +4 if they have it twice.
Uh, would they have it twice? Yeah, they absolutely. What they have as classes, they definitely would have it twice. So it's +4. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's not added to what their attack modifier is, right?
It is. It's attack +2 or attack +4 if they have it twice.
Okay. Um, Lancelot's out right now, right? Is he still
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, there's no reason he wouldn't be.
All right.
Uh,
You are well. Here's what happened. I'll let you decide what Lancelot does. If he even actually give me uh a d20 with Lancelot to see if he notices it happen fast enough.
Sure.
What did that is not quite good enough. But so, we'll view this from Lancelot's position. You get you're walking in front of him, and Lancelot's kind of like because this like is barely fits him. There's like a 5 foot space to the right of him as you guys are walking down the hallway, and this person just grabs you and pulls you straight back out to the stage of the contest hall again.
Okay.
And you get up from the floor, and I'm gonna do some things here, and I'm gonna see if this works. But we'll come back to you again also in a second, because now I have to go to one last person because you guys are split up. Brad, um, last thing that happened to you was that you were about to win your match for the preliminaries, the final preliminary match, and a crack across the stadium just suddenly just came out of nowhere. Um, and you're looking around to see where maybe a Pokemon maybe caused that or something like that, because that's just weird that just comes out of nowhere. When all of a sudden, uh, over like a speaker announcement, um, there is a announcement for everybody in the audience to hear that says, people inside of the Neutrella Stadium. This is a announcement to all audience members, trainers. Please proceed to the shelters immediately as ordered by the Pokemon League of Divisional. For those who are not from Divisional, please find the nearest staff member, and they will lead you to the nearest shelter. And there's talking and stuff, and then staff members are coming out of like up the stairs to where the stands are, and start shouting for people to start heading down in towards down to outside of the stadium. Your opponent looks around, looks to the judge that was there, and she says like, well, this will have to be put on hold, but I think we looks to the other guy who probably would have won this match. Unfortunately, right now this match is canceled for right now and will be continued at a later date. The judge runs off to go talk to some more staff members, and the other guy and trainer is like, he looks relieved, but also is like, does that mean I just lost? Okay, whatever. And he goes off to do whatever. What do you do now, just standing in the middle of the stadium?
So the match is canceled.
Yes.
Okay, I will recall my Pokemon, I guess, and just put my hands in my pockets and then walk to the back, the dressing room.
Yeah, go. You head back to your dressing room where all your stuff is, and you grab your stuff and look at your Pokedex, see Buster's message to you about following some bird asshole. You put 2 and 2 together. You probably can figure out who he means by that.
Yeah, it's like bird guy we saw on a braviary before.
And you turn around. Actually, you know what? Give me a perception check.
Okay, just hold on.
It's gonna be pretty hard, I'll tell you that right now. I'm rolling really well today, and that is not good for any of you.
No, it's good because you're getting them out before combat.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The check was 20. It's 15 plus my attack modifier. So his check to escape was 20. I gave you the wrong number.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. That's. I gotta remember. It's plus his. It's a D20 plus his what?
Either his speed modifier or half of his movement speed, whichever is higher.
Okay. I can't remember.
Okay, perception, you said?
Yes. Which one did
I'm not trained in it, so
I? Yeah,
I could have
that's not
did
good
a
enough.
D20.
1 second. I need to check something to see if they actually have something for this. I think they do. They 1 second. I need to see a move now. Okay. Rio, you turn around, or not Rio, Brad, you turn around and something sticks into your arm.
Okay.
And then another one sticks in your other arm. And then you pass out.
Oh.
Well then.
Who's throwing poison darts?
Buster and Rio, I'm going to attempt to do this, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to put you both on separate
Maps and flip back and forth, but based on who's active, that makes sense.
Yep. So, Buster, I'm going to put you... actually, hold on. Before I go any further, make sure my things are hidden, because I don't want to reveal... I don't want to reveal things just yet. Okay. Rio, I'm going to bring you here. And Buster, I'm going to bring you here. Brad, I can't bring you anywhere because you're not in any of these places. But you know what?
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Buster, I put you to the wrong one. My bad. You go here.
Okay.
We'll start with... I went with Buster first, so Brad, you're unconscious, so you literally can't do anything. But yes, so Buster, you turn around to see this person on coming into view. He's kind of like shadowed by like, because you're in an alleyway, so there's like shadows and stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks, and it is a person who is wearing similar to what the admin, the other guy is. He's wearing what looks like an admin weather uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to actually, hold on, I'm just gonna change his name real quick, because that's technically not what his name is technically in this moment. In fact, yeah, that's fine. I didn't worry about it. I can transfer over his stuff later. Boop.
Yeah, I was expecting that, unfortunately. Now, whether it is, under duress or not, it remains to be seen.
And he says, you have fun. Buster, what's the range of your ability to escape? Does it say?
Let me see. Nope, that's the wrong one. An encounter that I am participating in.
Okay. Unfortunately, he rolled really well and still escapes you, Buster.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
how far away from me is he when he tries to escape?
Will you lose sight of him because he doesn't go towards the.
I'm reacting to him trying to flee. Like when he turns around and starts to flee,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
reacting.
So it's like you two, I'm sure, have a lot to talk about. So have fun with that. And he turns.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
using pursuit.
how far
I
is how far can you use pursuit?
up to 25 meters.
Is pursuit a ranged ability?
No,
it
you
causes you to
shift up
dash
to
to them.
25 meters.
As the name implies, you
You
pursue.
see that they're trying to escape, and you throw everything you have into catching up with them,
Yeah.
and hit them for extra damage. It's great.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's an interesting move giving the chaser the encounter that tries to flee for certain.
All right. Then in response to you,
I mean, this
Buster,
guy is the reason that I am that I took Chaser. So
You have
then
only
in you
yourself to blame,
response to
sir.
doing that, Buster, Hawat is going to respond to you.
okay.
And he is. Let's see if he. Okay. Do damage with pursuit because you will hit him, but you're gonna get flung.
Okay, yeah, I do damage. Okay, so be 1d12. Roll 3d10 plus plus it was 20, 45.
Okay. I will worry about that at a later date. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, I need to see. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just making sure I'm doing the move correctly. Because as soon as you use pursuit and you hit him as right as he leaves, Hawat immediately uses psychic on you.
Okay, so he's doing that in turn order?
Yeah,
Because
so
pursuit is used as an interrupt.
Yeah, so you use the interrupt as you're hitting him, and you're like on like the roof of the building now, I assume.
Sure.
Like on the ledge. So as when you hit him, he runs off. Hawat is gonna grab you because that will definitely hit you with psychic.
Yeah, but what's his speed? Because the interrupt was me acting out of my turn. I don't actually know if Hawat is faster than me or not.
Yes. Let us then hold on. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I want to test some things here, anyways.
Sorry,
Okay.
but that is relevant.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. So I'm gonna just move to the thing here. Okay, it doesn't come up on yours, but I'm just gonna move my player self to here. Okay, it does. So Buster, you can only see you and Hawat right now, right?
Uh-huh.
And Rio, you can see yourself on the turn order, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I needed to know. So that does work the way I want it. I can see everyone's actions right now on as a GM, so I can see everyone.
Cool.
So both of you, because you guys are going to be acting probably at the same time, we're going to go a turn, and I'm going to go to Rio's
Is
thing.
there supposed to be an enemy on my map, or
Not yet. I haven't put it down yet.
is there supposed to be a Lancelot on my map, or?
Well, he's out in like the hall. He's in the hallway. He didn't react fast enough, so after you.
I'm sorry. Why was he that far away from me?
Because he didn't. We went over this. He didn't react fast enough. That's what all those rolls
No,
were
I got
for.
that. It's just this is a very far distance to be away from the hallway.
This is
without
happening
him.
with it. This is not happening at the same time. This is like in anime if something's happening somewhere and then at the same time something else is also happening somewhere. Hold on. You gotta calm down. I'm doing many things at once here.
Yeah, you're good.
I need to make sure I'm doing things right. Why doesn't... Oh, that's right, because I copied it, not... I only copied the character sheet. I didn't copy down his stats. Because, of course. Why would I? Okay. I think he has to be faster. I think he has to be faster than you, Buster, because of his class stuff. But I'm going to just check to make sure. I need to see... What page is that on? Okay, so he at least has to have... he's going to have a 20 in that. In that. The other thing I wanted to make him was... Specifically, just making sure I need to see how much he needs to be able to take these classes, because that's what I wanted them to do. All the other guys I gave to, and I forgot to do Hawat, because of course I did.
So it goes.
No, that's not it. Because he would also be that 72. Okay, yeah, he has... His minimum for speed is just slightly over you.
Okay.
And you know what, I'm going to make that. That's probably not equal to what level he actually should be, but that is what I'm doing. Because he should be... Technically, he should be this level. 8. Because things are going to happen, and you might be fighting him. So I'm going to calculate his HP here. So that's his HP stat times, I believe it's 4, so that much. Okay, he's definitely not... Actually, yeah, no, he wouldn't be that high. He would be that high. Surprisingly beefy for him. Okay, so I just have that for right now, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so he literally had to have one more speed to get the classes he wanted. I don't know why that didn't change on... There we go. Okay. So... We'll come to Rio in a second here. So now he is casting Psychic on you, which hits. This is gonna be hard because so many things are called Psychic. Gonna go.
Yes, including the type.
Yeah. Range of 10, which I said it was only 8 to get up to the roof. So he did not lower your special defense, but he pushes you 5 meters basically off of the building, so you start falling, and you're basically going to fall 3 meters because he pushed you 5 of it.
That's fine.
So he's going to deal you... And then with this, it's just... I forget how attacks work with people. I think it's just their...
No, you add the stat.
Yeah, the stat.
Oh, yeah, that should have been 20 more damage on my attack. I forgot. I didn't add the stat. Thank you.
You're welcome. So 3d10 I know is Pursuit. What's the d12?
So Pursuit, unlike other moves where it says replace its damage with this, Pursuit does extra damage.
Ah.
The 1d12 is on from the base
So
damage, and the
then what's
3d10 is
23? What's plus 23 then? Is that the
That was me adding the other modifiers and stuff that I have in.
So he would
I
have
just
taken
forgot
60.
to add in my attack.
Okay, I don't think he adds anything else, to be honest. Not with Psychic specifically. I don't think any of his specific, like, I think you're just taking this, but I might change it. You're going to take 45 as you fall. In fact, actually, you're falling an extra... you're going to take 49 in total.
Okay.
And Hawat just looks and he's like, I can't let you go after him, Buster. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. Are you, though? Genuine question.
You keep doing this, my guy.
He doesn't look like he's being... Well, he doesn't... He looks like he doesn't want to... Actually, don't give me a perception check as you stand up, Buster.
Okay.
All right. You can't tell if he's being forced to do this at all.
What's his aura look like?
I'm trying to think of what the emotion would be. Not confused. Hesitant is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
He's like, I'm going to only ask you this once. Stay here and don't follow. And I will take you to the nearest shelter and you stay there.
You know, asking usually involves a question.
He says nothing back.
So which way do you need to go?
My job is to stop you from going where he's going.
Okay. So what direction is it that I'm not supposed to be going then? Just so that I know to avoid that.
It was legit.
Do you think I'm that stupid, Buster? Really?
No, I don't think you're stupid, but I was hoping that, whatever. So it goes.
Yeah. So that
So
that's
so how exactly is this gonna work? Are we throwing Pokemon, or am I just gonna have to go
We
over there and give you some hands until you let me go past? What are we doing?
he just says that's up to you. If you don't do anything, I won't do anything. But if you try and go through me, I will stop you.
Can I get my phone out?
He shrugs. He says he's not gonna stop you.
All right, I'm gonna try to reach Rio on my phone.
You hear nothing but static on your phone.
Reach
try.
Brad on my phone.
No, I mean like you try and call, nothing is
Okay.
going through.
Your man's being jammed.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the trainer HP on here and I can't find it.
Quadruple your HP plus quadruple your level.
No, I mean for the token.
Mm.
Oh wait, hold on. It'd help if I actually have it selected to the right thing. There we go. That's the one I want. Oh, it did not. Okay, I guess I gotta put it in manually. And he is going to, because he used a move, he has to actually minus HP off of himself. All right. While you decide what you are going to do, Rio, as you get up off the floor and look up, I need you to make me a history check to remember things. To see if you remember this person in front of you.
Sorry, huh?
A history check to see if you remember the person in front of you.
Mm, Lobo.
You definitely recognize the person, but it might be he's older or something, but uh you see, I'm gonna make him bigger so that you can see what he looks like. He's an old man who has blonde hair, and it is definitely graying. And after the two of you are on stage, the contest hall has now been completely vacated, and it is now just the two of you. And he stands up to you, Rio, and says, "It's been a while since I've seen you, boy."
Rio looks him over and says, I don't recognize you. You some sort of crazed fan? What's up?
I'll bet last time I saw you, you were just a kid, only about this high. And he puts his hand like to his knees, like just above his knees.
Rio says, dang, so you must have been like at least a little less old looking, huh?
Eh.
Is he your real dad?
No, I think it's
Fine.
the dad's friend who went evil.
He's like, he just replies to you. Make another perception check. Make a perception check, Rio, to see if you spot something on him.
Mm, okay. Oh, not 20.
Uh,
Nice.
it's a rather small insignia because he's obviously not trying to uh, promote that's what he is. But you do see Team Weather's mark on one of his shoulder pads that he has.
Cool.
He says, "I have been ordered to stop you from leaving this building."
Ooh, well, that's awkward. I'm supposed to be going to a shelter or whatever, my guy. Also, shouldn't you be, I don't know, anywhere else right now?
Sorry, kid, but orders are orders. So we can do this one of two ways. Either we can fight it out, or we can just stand here. I'm up for either, honestly. I'd rather not hurt someone who's really good friends with my son, after all.
Uh-huh. Rio sighs.
Is that Buster's dad?
Nah,
No,
it's
he definitely
my
looks.
friend's.
He definitely does not look old enough to be Buster's dad. As you hear Brad's disembodied voice go through your head.
What's this guy's name
I
again?
am a, I am a psychic.
Oh,
So I
like
can
Chuck, something like that. Dave, Greg,
Uh,
something
I
forgettable.
mean, I know who it is out of character, of course, but I don't know if I ever knew his name even, or if I decided one at for that
you
matter.
did not, and I have not given him a name either.
Cool. Rio sighs and stretches and says, I'm getting really sick of all these crappy parents in my life getting in my way. And he's gonna square up.
All right. It's at this point Lancelot comes out from the stage right. Would you tell him to do anything, or are you just gonna one-on-one this guy?
Does he have any Pokeballs visibly?
He does, but he looks like he's well trained in martial arts, like you
All right,
were.
one-on-one it is.
All right. Before, and you're gonna go before him. But before you do that, there is actually, you know what? We will do a round between the two of you, and I'm gonna put put Brad so that we can split this up evenly between each of you. So go ahead and make a move. When he sees you get ready, he also like puts up his
Right.
fist
I
in a
haven't used
stance
the
as well.
arms feature in a second. One moment. Friendly reminder: arms can be attack or speed, and luckily my speed is actually good, unlike my attack stat. Let's see if I can find the feature real quick. There we go.
I'm just gonna open up like 5 different windows of the player's handbook. Don't mind me.
Sure. Yep. I'm pulling out the screen number 2 right now. Okay. Base accuracy is 4. Okay. All right. Acrobatic steps, I believe, is the move name. Let me check. Yep. Using acrobatic steps, Rio starts freaking swaying and jiving. The music that is not audible, and then I will move up and go for an arms attack.
All of a sudden, the speakers on the on the in the contest hall start going off for no reason.
I imagine they didn't have time to turn them off. It's freaking
Probably, to be honest, there probably is still music going on.
Anyway, a simple d20. I miss. Rio moves in for a roundhouse kick and gets ducked. It's all for my turn.
He doesn't duck it. He just kind of blocks it with one hand because you rolled low enough.
Oh yeah, I rolled
for him to be for him to be cool. Sorry, I'm just doing some last minute things to his character sheet because of things that he has. He says to you, I see your father trained you quite well. However, it's not quite enough. And he's going to raise his hand and strike down at you, and he's going to attempt to brick break you.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I don't think he gets any bonuses or anything, right?
No, like next to nothing gives bonuses.
That's only to damage. That's his HP. Okay, good to know. Those are all just a bunch of things that he doesn't need. Just seeing if any of his first 2 classes that he has would have anything that would give him a bonus to, but I don't think he does. Nope, he does not. All right. For if it wasn't obvious, I don't know if Rio does know this, but it is in fact look very similar to Kenji.
Yeah, I figured it was Kenji's pops.
All right. Brad, you are not quite awake just yet, but roll me a d20 to see if you kind of like can see stuff around you or hear things around you.
Okay. Just hold on.
While you are doing that, because unless you roll a 20, You're not gonna wake up.
Oh, no, that's wrong button. Sorry.
That is the wrong button. I'm gonna move back to the alley to Buster and Hawat. Still the wrong button, but keep trying.
Okay.
D20, my dude, not a D100. Okay. You kind of like you shake off. You wake up a little bit, and you shake off a little bit of what's happening. You can hear voices in the background. It's like I don't think we needed to shoot him twice, and you can feel yourself being carried somewhere by like your arms on both sides. It's like better to, and then you hear another voice say, better to make sure he's really out. We don't want him waking up when we're trying to take him there. And back to Buster. What do you say anything? Just say if there's we'll say there's like a free talking thing between each turn, each encounter.
What relative to the direction that the dude went, where would I go to get back to the two of them?
The contest hall is on the west side of the city, and the stadium itself is in the center of the city. You're in the south of the city right now.
Okay. And he went what direction?
He went. I'm just trying to think in my head here. Make me a perception check before you were thrown back into the alley. Okay, that's good enough. When you hit him, he kind of like stumbled and went towards the street where Hawat was. So north.
Okay. All right. So just to be clear about this, all you're trying to do is prevent me from following him. So if I go to rendezvous with my friends and make sure they're not hurt from all of this stuff, you're not gonna stop me, right?
Hawat says, "It's like, oh, Buster, they're being watched right now as we speak, making sure they don't do anything to stop us when it happens."
Mm-hmm.
He's being
That doesn't answer
very
my
obviously vague. He's not telling you exactly what it is.
Yeah, that doesn't answer my question.
He just replies like, "My job is to either keep you here or escort you to the nearest shelter. I cannot take you to your friends, Buster."
Okay, but if you take me to a shelter, what are you gonna fuck off at that point, and then I can go to them? What direction is the nearest shelter? Does it happen to be the direction I'm going? Like, come on, work with me here.
If I take you to that shelter, I expect you to stay at that shelter.
Great, you can have all your expectations you want, but I've got friends I need to make sure are all right.
And as I said, your friends are being watched currently.
All right, well, I tried to talk my way out of this. That's fine.
No, I'm not going to have you do that just yet. Something will happen. I'll have you make a check. But for right now, all right. Are you getting into a fighting stance and or sending out a Pokemon at all?
I mean, hey, what would you prefer? How would you prefer to do this?
Us standing here and nothing happens.
Fine.
I mean, yeah, that sounds great. Unfortunately, that ain't gonna work. So if there is gonna be a confrontation here, how would you prefer it go down? Like, should I pull out a Pokemon or what? Is there any chance that I can talk you down? Like, do you want me to just punch you? Because, like, I could do that. I don't want to.
Buster, make me a history check as you say that. In fact, if you want to make your, I don't remember if you can do it again. If you want to do your remembering check, you can do that as well.
I have a few uses for that, but I don't. Let's just do a check first.
All right.
That's pretty good.
As you say that, something goes off in your mind. Something snaps, like you remember something that you forgot that was hidden deep, deep down in your subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
You had a similar conversation with Hawat like this. Uh,
Yeah.
and the for the last thing you remember was him and his Cresselia uh, in front of you and seeing a white light. Uh, the next thing you remember is waking up on Hawat's couch.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Hawat, also being the one who did this to you, obviously notices that you remember it now.
Hmm.
I did try to recruit you into this, Buster. It would have saved us a lot of conversation with each other.
I mean, tell yourself whatever makes you feel better. You still haven't answered my question.
You've asked a lot. What do you want me to answer?
I asked you, how do you want to do this?
He says, I see. Um, and floating down behind him, Buster.
All right.
All right, and actually, Buster, you know what? Just to make it so that's a little bit more, room to move around, I'm just gonna move you just back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, who are you going to send out?
Probably Cirrus.
Do 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 do. All right. Well, I gotta move her down so I can add her to the turn order. Add Cirrus's speed. What spot is? I think he's in. He's in spot 1. Yeah. All right. Oh, Cirrus is apparently as fast as a legendary. You need to roll off, Buster. All right.
Great. Love it.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm in this turn order. I'm gonna make some separations in here. So we can do this. I think I spelled that wrong, but I don't care.
Right on con. Wow, that is very off. Yeah.
I'm gonna put that
On
there.
concrete.
I'm gonna put this before Rio, and then I'm gonna put this before that. Or I would if it would move. And then okay. We'll say that'll be the start to your fight. So we will go to Brad, who is semi-unconscious. Brad, you may roll another d20 to see if you awaken.
I'm concrete. Sorry,
Yeah, I'll
but
roll another d20.
okay.
Concrete.
You're still a little too dazed,
Yeah.
but you have now stopped moving. I can't rename it. God damn it. Okay, whatever. That's just what it is now.
Okay.
You stop moving now, and now you hear a third. Oh wait, no, that was 11. Was me. You suddenly come to, and just in time for you to be chucked to the floor. And you look up at your surroundings, and you are back in the middle of the stadium. And I'm going to move you specifically now. To here. Move this here so people can see. And the stadium, this is what it looked like when you were first in here. I'm going to bring you actually over to here. This is what it looked like when you were fighting off. There's two separate fields in the stadium. However, now the fields themselves have now been changed. And there is one large field. For those who can't see Buster and Rio, the field from one end to the other is 22 meters across.
Okay.
And as you are thrown to the ground, you are no longer unconscious. So I'll remove that and rename it to. Actually, I'll just put you into the initiative order because nothing's really happening for you just yet. And I'll put you right there. Nope. You look up and around at your surroundings, and the first thing you notice is that there are so many Team Weather people just running around here.
Okay.
And in the center, I don't really have a thing for this because I could not find anything at all. I'm going to make it a color so you can actually see it. In the center here, right there, in the center of the field, is a rather large machine.
Okay.
The only really important looking person here right now is someone you will not recognize because you are not from the where did I put it? Did I not upload the token? Goddamn. You did not you're not from Divisional, so you do not recognize him. Did I accidentally delete the token? Or did I just, you know what I did? I went to token snap and I didn't save the token. But yeah, you don't recognize the person at all. The only he's relatively old looking. He's probably in his mid mid-early 50s. He's in a he's not in a team weather uniform. He seems to be in a really like well done suit.
Okay.
And as you are about to stand up, someone pushes your back to go down to the ground. Do you attempt to resist? Just know that if you do, if you do, you will have to make a strength check against two separate people.
Yeah, I'll try to resist.
All right, you'll have to make me a strength check, my dude.
Two times, you said?
One of them's not going to be able to hold you down, that's for sure, but we'll see what you roll. You stand up immediately, and what do as you realize half of, or like like 4 or 5 team weather members now have stun batons pointed at you as you stand up.
Blow up.
Well, okay.
I
hold my hands up and I slowly kneel, get on my knees.
The old man replies like, "That's much better." Unlike the other team members that are in the other regions, I don't really like to force violence if I can help it. I give everybody fair opportunity to back down before they decide their fate.
Okay,
now,
that's fair.
Now, you, if I'm understanding correctly, are one of the people I have heard causing problems for us.
Well, you were causing.
That's what I look.
You're wreaking havoc on the island, and we were just trying to stop it.
Wreaking havoc? You mean like that? And as you look up, Brad, you see that the dome has been opened up, and you see nothing but black sky. And with your psychic abilities, you can feel that there is...
or is it just nighttime?
What?
Or is it just nighttime?
No, it was like the middle of the day when your things were happening.
Okay.
Like in the afternoon. Like it was still light out.
Okay.
And as you look up, you see a familiar sight come flying in over in top of the dome as a person holding on to its legs of a braviary comes flying in and lands over here. He's like, "Oh, you found the third one. We were having trouble finding him, sir." And the old man looks to him and he's like, "Don't worry about him. Just get that machine ready." He salutes to him and goes over and pushes some of like the team members just out of the way and starts working on the machine.
Well, can I shout up? I'll say, "Hey, where are my friends?"
The old man looks to you and says, "Well, if he's here," looking over to if the admin that just pushed those guys away, that means one of your friends, at the very least, is being held somewhere. Whether he is being well, he's being distracted, let's say. The other one, he looks to one of the grunts, and the grunt will nod his head. Perfect. Is also being distracted. You guys have so much justice in you that I knew if you found out what we were doing, you'd try and stop us. So we just decided to nip that little problem right in the bud before anything could happen. He takes a step over here, looking with his back to you, looking at the machine. He's like, "You are not from this island, correct?"
Yes, that is correct. But I've been here on this island for a while now, so I feel like I know everything.
He snaps his fingers, and one of the grunts just kind of like hits you in the side.
Oh,
Not with the obviously the zappy part, but just like with the blunt end of it. People like you are why I decided to do this in the first place, because you don't know the truly horrible things that can happen on this island. He looking up. He looks up to the sky. That is a my Ebix brain freaking just oh my god, stop working for a second. I'm trying to think of a word here. That up there is going to cause many problems for not only the humans of the island, but also all of the Pokemon as well. And it can honestly happen at any time. And what? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to out one of our team members, but tells me you are a psychic of your own.
hey, wait, hold on. That's familiar. Oh yeah, it was me, the psychic, the mental town gym leader. What's he doing with you guys?
Everyone in our organization has similar goals, but all end leading to stopping one thing. You see, with the erratic weather that happens on this island, something even worse can happen, my friend. If in all 4 parts of the seasons are at their worst, it can cause an island-wide earthquake to happen. Now, last time this happened many, many years ago, before even I was born, it caused this tiny this island to what it is now to become increasingly unstable, as I'm sure you have seen just by traveling.
Love that. Everyone's favorite.
A while ago, and by a long, long time ago, rather, there was no way to stop this from happening, and it caused horrible destruction throughout the entire island. For, like I said, for both Pokemon and humans. Recently, however, it's happened more frequently than it would normally, but it's been stopped by 3 very specific legendaries, which I'm told you've met a couple of them.
Yeah, we have.
These genies seem to just come in from nowhere and stop the island from well, destroying itself. But who's to say that they, one time this happens, just don't appear? Pokemon, after all, are very fickle in what they do, especially if they're not under someone's control or trusted by a trainer. I, on one hand, do not want this to happen. So, I'm going to use this machine to weaken the 3 genies when they appear right above us, the very center of the island. Capture them for myself, and well, I don't want to say I'd become a god because honestly, that's throwing red flags right in my face. But I'll be able to stop and control the weather on this island to however I please.
Well,
You're not getting away with that.
Who's going to stop me? Your gym leader friends are currently being distracted on other parts of the island right now. None of them are going to come here and stop us. The Elite Four think that they're coming to capture me right now, but all they'll find is absolutely nothing, and will end up becoming trapped. The Pokemon League and the Rangers don't even know that we're even here right now. And what are you, one person, going to do? And you look around, there's probably about, other than the 2 of them, there's probably like 15 grunts just walking around, setting up machines, putting hooking up power to this machine that's in the center of the stadium.
Light him on fire with your brain.
What?
brain fire is an option.
Well, I could do that.
Well, while you decide to do that, Rio, back to you while this conversation is happening.
Okay. Meanwhile.
Yep.
Oh, justice.
Very simple. Very simple here. We'll go for another kick, as he's wont to do.
I'm just gonna grab a token real quick for reasons.
Ugh, I miss again.
Ooh, that's not. I copied that. That's not. Why did that not copy? There we go. He's just hanging over there.
That's a lot. What's up?
You go in for an attack, and he just blocks it away again.
Yeah. And then Rio kind of, what's the word? Somersaults back. And will pull out his Dazzling Gleam accessory, which is just a little ribbon. He holds it in front of him very dramatically for a moment, and then it just bursts into pink light. That is a 10.
I was gonna say, wait, you can do that, but I forgot you
accuracies.
took the dual wielding action thing or whatever, right?
Yep. I can do 2 trainer actions around. And yeah, if his combined special defense and speed modifiers exceed 8, then it'll miss.
No, they don't.
Cool. Yeah, he didn't strike me as someone with 22 special defense. The damage is...
I'll be honest, I don't even know if his stats are right, so...
I mean, you have 16 speed in there, so...
Yeah.
My special attack is that. 53 fairy damage. Minus special defense, of course. Yeah, Rio will go for the kick and is like, all right then, and flips back and is like, eyes on the prize, pulls out the ribbon, and it explodes violently.
Does that get destroyed when you use it, or?
It has a limited number of uses, and then it's destroyed. I
Uh,
believe it has one more after that.
yep, just a second. I'm just seeing if there's anything he could do because that hurts him a lot. I think he's still gonna take that damage, but I'm
Yeah,
just
what
seeing
can you
if
do?
there's anything he can. I need to read.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to take less damage from everything.
Nice.
Good
How
thing
much?
that I'm checking my stuff.
All right, so that's minus his special defense, so that's 39, and then he has a thing. It specifically says on any sources other than recoil, so that'll be additional. So that's so he's gonna take that much. I can just realize you cannot see his HP.
Oop, I can't.
Let's see. He is going to do a thing, I think. Yeah, he's going to. I have so many things open you wouldn't believe. Runs up to you after you do that, and is going to. Uh. Do. What does that ability do? Da. Okay, he is going to attempt to use double edge on you, and he's going to also say he has reckless on this attack as the ability. So I don't know what it is to hit you, but let's see. I think that might hit you. I don't think it's extremely high.
What's the base accuracy?
Hold on. This is a physical attack, so what do you have for
What's
that?
the base accuracy? Because I'm very good at dodging.
It's a 2.
Okay, then yeah, it's definitely gonna hit.
All right, so slash R5 D12 plus 18. Reckless.
Reckless.
He gets
Deals an additional 2 step.
Yep, he gets 2 damage extra on you because he technically
Well,
doesn't
no,
get.
2 stab means 2 times stab, which would mean 2 times 1/5 our level.
Well, 1/5 his level.
Yeah.
So probably somewhere like 12, 14-ish damage.
Can you imagine if it was just 2? Bad wording, though, for certain.
Just a second. I'm just checking the other ones. God, that didn't save. So that would be. So it'd be that, and he hit with that, so he doesn't have to do that. Just seeing if he adds anything else with his various martial artist stuff that he has. I don't think he gets anything from Tough Guy, unfortunately. Ah, okay, he also has that. Okay, so that's good to know. But he missed you last time, so it didn't matter. What is it? Add attack and defense. So that's plus that. And I'm pretty sure that's it, because I'm pretty sure that replaces that, right? Because that replaces that. All right, Rio, you are taking 89 damage minus your defense.
All right. Don't forget the recoil. Ow.
I don't think he has anything to reduce recoil, because all the stuff is specifically okay, where's double edge here? You're also there, by the way. If you move
it does knockback? Okay.
Yeah, this target is pushed back 5 meters.
Sure.
You didn't run anything, so you don't take the additional d12. He takes a third of that as recoil, and I don't think Martial Artist has anything that mitigates that. Nope. And I definitely know that doesn't have anything. So yeah, he's gonna just take the third of that. After that, Brad, I'm gonna skip you because you had that long conversation with him. We go back to the alley with Buster. Just give me a second to do a third of that as go back to the alley. The Cresselia is up first. And is going to... he knows what it is now because he's fought it, but also because of reasons. So Cresselia is just going to float in front of Hawat and is going to use this. I don't think I... Let me just make sure she doesn't have anything... Did I write that into his... I bet you I did. Did I write it into his gym leader one and not his... Sure didn't. Did it just not save? Am I crazy? I think I'm crazy, guys. Alright, that's fine.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Nothing new.
He is going to use... this on you. He's definitely a psychic type ace, so I gotta type that in for what he would get from that. People who are type aces remind me so I don't have to go through all this to find it.
Depends on what feats you have. It's probably just gonna be add your special attack to the damage dealt, or your special attack modifier to the damage dealt. Would probably be the relevant thing he would have.
Yeah, because he's not he's not an ace trainer. He's just a type ace because most of the gym leaders are type aces anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Plus, okay. He's going to add 5 to that. 11 to hit Ceres for 51 ice damage.
Hmm. I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
I said this would be several things, so
All
Is
right,
Sirius,
cool, great.
is that an instant
is
knockout?
Sirius part fine?
No, the quad effective attack barely did anything.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot he's not part fairy right now.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you make Sirius part fighting or part
No,
dark?
I do that temporarily when I need it.
Didn't Brad make? Oh, that's right. Brad made your Claude's or part
Yeah.
part dark. All right, retreating for
Oh, yeah.
free, and you can send out another Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
So who do you send out? They'll get it.
Yeah, I'm
They'll get a
figuring
turn
it out.
because you two are. Have you ever read like the Pokemon Adventures manga where like they're like actually like moving around? You're like kind of doing that in the alley a little bit as attacks are happening. Who are you going to send out, Buster?
I'm figuring that out.
Interesting.
Um,
Can I make a hidden one?
yeah,
No.
probably not. I don't know, I guess Bertha.
All right. Bertha can immediately act.
Huh?
Oh God. Um,
I need to
are you
do.
gonna do anything on your trainer turn? Hawat isn't going to. You decided you want to do this with a Pokemon battle, so that's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna use
Okay.
any. He's not gonna use any of his psychic moves or anything on your Pokemon or anything.
Okay. I wasn't certain about that because I was very strongly considering hitting him. Okay, in that case, I will refrain from doing so.
All right.
Okay,
Bertha.
so that's gonna be. Yep, I'm just figuring it out.
We'll do one more full turn through, and then that'll be end for the session. We'll pick up next week for continuing this.
All right. Does that hit?
She needs a total of
7.
7 to avoid. I don't think they have she. No, that in fact will hit.
Okay.
Just barely though.
Yeah, I figured that was probably going to be on the cusp.
Does she have any interrupts she can do? Sure doesn't. So that is probably gonna knock her unconscious, because how much does it need to be to knock her out in one hit?
This is the whole reason I sent out Bertha, is because she was the one who had the strongest stab attack, basically. Like, strongest stab that it was weak to.
All right,
And then the Mega Launcher ability gave 22 extra damage, which probably is the reason it's killing.
yeah, you go. Hawat knocks out Saracen one hit. You retreat, send out Bertha. Bertha attacks and knocks out Cresselia in one hit.
I'll have Bertha take a few steps back if that's all right.
You can take 2 steps back. or half their movement, whatever half their land movement, whatever that is.
That would be 3, which is what I was doing.
Okay. And before,
all right, 1 for 1.
Yeah, before I go on to the next one, he's going to send out. He doesn't know Bertha is part dark because that happened after you fought him.
Yeah, that was actually pretty recent.
So he's gonna.
It was right before we went to the island, essentially.
Yeah, so he is just going to send out. If I can find his token for it, where is it? Where the frick are you? What? There you are. Boop. Because really, this is the only neutral Pokemon he has, so.
I don't know. Okay. All right. And
He,
then, would I be correct to assume this is my last turn for tonight?
yes, we'll say it.
Okay.
Because I think actually, I think will end it here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So before that though, Buster and Brad specifically, I'm sorry, Rio, you one are in a real tough fight right now, and also have no methods of perceiving these things.
Cool.
Give me perception checks.
Okay.
I think I heard Core talking, but it sounded like he was very far away.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I need a perception check from you, Buster.
Oh, I didn't realize everybody was doing one. Sorry.
No, just not Rio, because he doesn't have ways to sense things.
Okay.
All right.
Nope.
Buster, you are too focused in your fight against Hawat right now to notice it. But Brad, with your psychic power, these are relatively strong beings, so it's not hard to notice that you can feel something coming for you. You feel 3 specific things in particular coming towards you from each different directions.
Okay.
And the man is looking up to the sky, looks at you, and he notices that you're sensing something. He's like, they're on their way then. Perfect. And then that is where we will end for tonight.
Cool.
Huzzah.
Yeah,
See you guys next week then.